Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Guidebook of Babel.
Correct. Okay, guys. Potential finale. Probably most likely finale. Let's go.
Let's go.
Also, so you picked up the dust bunny, right?
I dustbustered it,
Is that
yeah.
what you're telling me? Okay, good. And I mean, at the same time, maybe if he's like released all of the dust, right? That means he's technically cleaning up for you.
He is, actively, which was kind of nice.
Do we recall what happened? It's been like a hot second.
So you're at the final, like, collection of scenes. The idea is that this carnival is where they launch people into, like, the true afterlife or whatever. And so this is where all of the stuff is, like, beginning to converge. Yeah.
Okay, so what was that? Talk to patio. Gain a... And... Okay. I remember.
Was this the thing
I need to
where
go
you need to
back
find...
here.
I think you need to find a ghillie suit so you can hide in plain sight so you can see the guy while also getting the earring, right? Isn't that what you needed to do? The only place where you could get a ghillie suit, or the last time that we saw one, was at the...
Am I tripping? It should be one of these.
It was where you met... Well, no, it was earlier than this. It was actually your first scene, because it was where you met the captain.
Ooh. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because he had like the ghillie suit, I think.
Oh, I also remember that as well. Okay. So we already did, thank you, Mike. We already did the part where we went and we checked and she's like, I needed something to do something. No. Oh yeah, it's not, I don't know if I've totally forgotten. It's technically plants.
Well,
That's
yeah, I don't know what
means.
it's actually called, but it's essentially a ghillie suit.
Okay, so can I just take it from him? But he's like, I'm a bully, I guess. So I guess I could just steal it from him.
So he's asleep now. Yeah, camo shrub. Okay, so he won't let you have it because he needs it, but that is the object that you need. You need to get that somehow.
Yeah, but I don't understand like the rewriting. Like what exactly? Wait a minute. Did it say look when I was next to it?
I don't know.
Let's go check. No. So that's not what I need to rewrite. Unless they're tripping me out here. Okay, no, I was indeed correct. That's not what we... Okay, I was just, the attempt was made.
Respectable.
Okay, so the only extra shrub I saw was that bush. We can try that bush, I guess.
But the bush isn't a camo shrub. It's just a bush.
Oh, no, it's a camo shrub.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know exactly.
Okay.
Oh. Connect the wooden frames.
Oh, you're disassembling the camo shrub. Okay. So you need it to be a straight line through all of those parts. Okay. How do you rotate the middle?
These are not lined up correctly.
Can you rotate the outside layer or no?
Yeah, that's the outside. The thing is, though, is that I don't know if these actually line up.
I mean, they should line up.
Maybe one side.
So it's not actually a triangle shape. It's a Y shape. So your middle one is correct. So don't touch the middle anymore.
I don't think that's possible.
What, to not touch the middle?
The middle will always be moved.
Are you sure?
Except for that one.
Turning.
But this one...
There you go.
Oh. Okay, so it took just a bit longer than I expected, the turning. Okay, save result.
So now it should close up like an umbrella and you can take it. Yo! All right, good job. So that means we're good. So that means you can go back to the thing in the tree to see the guy and get the earring and then yada yada. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, this is gonna... I can just leave via
I think
here.
you just leave, yeah.
I acquired a camo shrub, and now I can
Is it this one?
do here. I think it's this one, because the third one... Yeah.
Yes, it is this one. You are correct.
We already talked to her, so we don't technically need, I think, to do that.
Well, no, you... Well, I don't know if you have to recreate
they
it.
just skipped it.
I don't know if you
I need to,
sit down and then...
No, I think normally...
Because they're going to leave, and now you... No, don't do the fruit basket. You want to use the camo shrub. Yeah.
I thought there was something else I could click here, but...
No, it was the fruit basket. Okay, great disguise.
Oh yeah, this first part was these guys.
Right, and then you stay in the camo shrub, and then Dog Mask shows up. The classic move. Yeah, there you go.
There you go, yeah, Dog Mask. That's just the shell of it, right? Also, he's just leaving evidence here.
True.
What? A deal between a gangster and a cop?
She stands up a little bit. So now you can take...
That was it.
So now my question is, do you have to redo the thing where you pick up the earring and talk to... What's her face?
This we can try just in case.
Because I'm assuming what happened was it just unlocked everything again.
Yeah, I would assume similarly. Oh, I accidentally triggered.
You have to use the earring on her. Okay, now I think you should be good to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that actually did anything, but you got both butterfly effects now.
Okay, so I need to now return to here.
Why did we do that again?
We did that so she would recognize...
She needs to recognize Dog Mask
blackmail
and
him.
have the earring. That is true. That is correct.
Yeah, so we have to blackmail him. Essentially, that's...
Oh, it's because she recognizes his voice. That's right. So it'd be this one. Where it's her and her elderly father.
Oh, I have to ask everyone for stuff.
Hand me your drip fruit.
I can't believe he's literally bullying everyone into giving... or like, at least the other guy.
Where do you think his
giving more
daughter got it
stuff.
from?
Oh, you're right, that's why I don't like her. He's more annoying. Oh!
Oh, so this is the thing where you can swap the good food for the bad food. I don't know if you need to do that right now, though.
Did we do that? But no, that's why he was on his side.
Correct.
Oh, hold on.
Well, there's only one place it literally could go, so...
Oh, I was like, where the frick is it? Okay. So we still need to go do that, actually.
I guess you need to do that before you could do this.
Yeah, so
you need to go back to the scene where you're playing as...
We did that.
Francis or whatever his name
so it's just
is.
these two.
Oh, hello, Mike.
Brave?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that emoji? Mikester
Wait, no, I gotta
Oh, God.
I gotta go.
That's a crazy emote.
Oh, yes, because Mike's, what is it? Like rat attack stuff. Obviously, it's a rat.
Okay. That's fun. I like that.
That's pretty good. I'm not skilled enough or have enough energy to make animated emojis.
I think this one's literally
cool.
I think this one's literally just a still image that they like just moved, right? I think you could do that. That's not that hard.
See, that's okay. Well, then I would have to be taught.
That would be what would that be? That would be like a Photoshop document. You just have it so that way you have the regular image, right? Like the rat image, and then just frame over frame, you just move it so that way it's like erratic, and then you just record that into a GIF, and I think it would work. Yeah, there you go. See? I know what I'm talking about.
Before.
Mike reveals the true rat schlurp.
I slurp juice. It's good though. I like it because it adds something.
Also, why a rat? Were you born in 1996? You motherfucker.
Hey, rats are great, okay?
Twitch has it built in. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that's kind of convenient, actually, that they just allow you to do that.
Yeah.
So wait, so I should do that with the Chatot angry.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did you already eat? Who am I talking to get this to go?
You talking about as the kid?
Yeah, who am I
you
talking
need to swap
have
that, right? You need to swap that down there.
No, I did. I swapped it.
Okay.
I don't remember what initiated me, like, giving this guy the thing. Maybe I have to say, you want to go? And he's like, I'm hungry. Okay. And now we talk to this man.
It does look a lot worse than before.
There we go. And now he's not gonna be impressed. And now, oh my god, Mike, you have one with a knife. The crying one's good.
It's just. Did you make these or did you commission these? These are pretty good. I like it. I like how it's just the same rat.
He's not happy. Oh, they were free? So you managed to find someone who... Oh, that's cool. That's like similar to some of the ones I have. Obviously, I credit them because that is what the thing you need to do. Did I change it?
Oh,
I don't know if I noticed it.
I see. Sorry, now I'm like literally not looking at the game. I see that Mike played the Risk of Rain 2 DLC. How did that go, Mike? I heard some stuff about it. I heard.
Which DLC?
So, Risk of Rain 2 had a new round of DLC, which added 2 new characters, but this is the first DLC that was entirely made by Gearbox, and according to, like, Reddit and stuff, Gearbox has completely borked all of the code. So, I don't know. Apparently, people were talking about how it doesn't, like, it runs like shit. It was fun. I'm glad to hear that it was fun, because, like, I've been saying for a while, I've been wanting to play as Chef for a really long time, because Chef was my a lot more stuff, because Chef was my favorite character from Risk of Rain 1. Well, Chef and Loader, or not Loader, Handy, the big robot guy, but he's not in Risk of Rain 2 yet.
Okay. You know what? I hate you. Let me give you my canned fruit so I could screw him over.
So this is just so that way you can outbid him and get the thing. But now you just need to blackmail. You just need to blackmail the because that's dog mask, right? So you just need to blackmail dog mask, and then you'll have enough fruit. Oh, scusi. I don't have the DLC. I was playing with a friend who does. Oh, understood. About to say, I liked the last DLC that they came out with. I really liked the character that they introduced that was just like, it was like all glitched out and fucked up. I was like, oh, I love this character. This character's so great. I wish Grant wasn't so busy all the time so we could play Risk of Rain 2 again. That game's so fun.
Oh, she remembers. There we go. Nothing. Sir Dog Mask.
Railgunner is broken on early levels. Absolutely. I wonder if they're ever gonna actually put Sniper into the game. I would doubt it, because Railgunner is essentially just Sniper, right? Like they're like you don't mark bosses like you did before, but you're still like one-hit KOing most of them.
Okay, so we gotta get something from the band for him because he's got a crush on Mandy, I think.
I think it's no. I thought it was it Mandy or was it Clark? Because Mandy is the one with the purple hair. Clark is the actual member of the band.
Dog Mask has a crush on Mandy.
And Mandy was assisting Clark.
Yeah, Mandy's like a huge fan of the band.
Right.
Okay, so we already had the tape.
Throw a bunch of crowbars on Railgunner, insta-kills most things. Yeah, 10 crowbars or whatever for the 100, for like literally double damage to full health enemies. Fuck yeah. That plus the choice specs or whatever they're called for the crit up.
Okay, that's all he wanted. I think we're good, right?
I'll say you should, because Lancey had 2, so you now have 3. And what was it?
What
It's
if
like he needs oh wait, we're tied? I thought he had one and then that guy gives him one. Lensmaker's goggles. Yeah, whichever one gives you like I think it's like 5% crit up, whatever that is. I think you need 20 of them to have 100% crit chance.
Ha!
3 rare drip fruit.
I don't know if it's negotiating or blackmailing.
Yeah, same thing. I like how Lancey's angry sprite is he just looks like annoyed. He's like unamused. Now, that's great and all, but why did we need that again?
I don't remember. I know why he needs it.
Because Lancey needs it because he wanted to win the competition and then like curtail that into becoming the new captain, right? Like that was his goal.
Are we gonna give this back to the crab?
No, because I mean that's dead, right?
Oh, that's her cap. Ooh.
Okay.
Consolation prize.
Now what? Okay. Still very weird that what's her face, Wendy or whatever, just hasn't acknowledged.
Jasmine?
Yeah. Are you done? I guess you're done, right?
I think I have to talk to the president.
So she can kill you herself.
Where is the motherfucker? Oh gosh.
Dude, it's hot.
Don't make her wait this time.
By the way, slight tangent. You know how disruptive it is to go from the unbearably dry, arid environment of Las Vegas, Nevada, only to immediately arrive back in North Carolina where it's humid as fuck.
Super humid. Yeah.
Like, my lips are still chapped from 2 days ago, yet I'm sweating like crazy. I hate this country, I think.
So he's just like, I don't care. You can have it as consolation.
But we won it. We bid it for it.
No, we just didn't want Lancey to get it because he's a douchebag and he betrayed us.
Oh, so we okay. Hold on, real quick. Go to the left of the stage. What's in that box right there? You see that? Is there anything in there? Is that anything?
It appears to be a book.
Is that not suspicious?
No, there seems to be a lot of items that are supposed to be in the back.
Right, but I would like to reiterate that this like entire game has been fabricated out of like reusing the same assets over and over, and I don't think I've ever seen that asset.
You've never seen that book before?
Yeah.
It has been a good couple of weeks, so who knows? Maybe you did.
In 2 weeks, that is true. Maybe one day I'll edit I'll edit last year's listed retail price and then this year's listed retail price and put them both out the day before next year's listed retail price. Oh my god,
Okay.
I love that stupid tool. You see that? Bottom left? The combination wrench hammer.
Yeah.
If you leave the Babel, are you allowed to stay alive, or do you just turn into like a skeleton or something?
No, don't you reincarnate when you leave?
No,
Babel,
you
or unless you're asking,
reincarnate
like,
when you
here?
get shot out of the cannon.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think anyone's gotten off the Babel.
Well, we
to
know that for a fact that no one has. That's why she's putting so much effort
Yeah.
into doing it. Listen up, we got you surrounded. Come out with your hands
Can
up
you
so
do
I can
that?
shoot you to death. Hey, well, I guess you
So
gotta go back.
nothing got unlocked?
Well, you still have a scene that's incomplete.
Yeah, but that was between, like, Braith and
Well,
stuff. So I'm a little, like, I don't think we ever figured out how we're supposed to fix that.
well, you should have puzzle pieces then. Because the puzzle pieces are supposed to be the things that tell you what to do.
This is the part. Season there. We already did that. The reason why we got caught was because of that guy. I wonder if it's changed now and we just didn't realize it.
I don't know, maybe.
We can play through here again. Because we get knocked out.
That's how I get.
Because
That's how I
Lancey
get
didn't
knocked
get
out
the
too.
thing. I'm sorry. Why did I look
Why'd
up
you
there?
show me that?
Was Lake up? I thought Lake was here.
Right,
Like
and
in
then
the
like
bottom
left
corner.
because we were in the disguise, right? She didn't recognize us.
Are they not suspicious that we don't have wings?
Nah.
Okay, so it did just change because we did everything else.
Is it? No, I just don't.
It's because of Lancey, because Lancey didn't show up or something.
Okay.
I think that's why.
Sure.
Okay, part 2, hold on.
Okay. And this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, Jesus Christ. How
it'll
far
take a hot
back you have
second.
to
Hold
fucking
on.
go?
Hold on. It'll take a hot second.
God damn. Also, what psychopath starts with the horizontal slash before doing the vertical tallies?
I don't know, maybe a cultural difference.
Well, I'll say, what backwards ass country do you live in, motherfucker? You start with the hashes first! Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh.
Talking to Lancey. Oh, so Lancey was actually an operative of the CSS the whole time?
I think maybe not. I think he just goes wherever his interests align with.
Right, because he's selfish. That makes sense.
Very unhappy. I need to change outfits somehow. I think.
Oh my god! There you are.
Oh, frick! Actually, yeah, I just realized. Oh. Okay.
Go find stoneworms.
I thought they were.
Would they be right there? Ball. You use pocket ball.
Yeah, I forgot it. Actually, it's just
You
a
forgot it's just what it
Pokeball.
means.
Pick up.
So you can use that to make the other guy freak out.
Freak out.
Dude, Saba, I don't know if you saw that. He straight up pulled out a fuck you gun.
I did see that. He's
So there's
crazy.
actually
I'm happy-
consequences to fucking with these guys. Who is this?
Why haven't you excuse me, Braith?
He still needs to be in disguise, right? It's been useful. Oh! Look at that lady just staring at him.
It was kind of crush.
Oh my god,
she's
she did
touched. She's actually
respond.
responding.
Oh, is she gonna give you her ticket?
Oh no, it may just be her like moving, but that's really funny coincidental timing.
Cool.
We still haven't told her she's alive and we're dead.
Yeah. I mean, if we make
Hey,
it out of
now.
here, it won't matter.
But I think only Jasmine and Patio are leaving.
Not without my daughter, they aren't. Fuck you.
Did we get everything? Oh no, I think we're missing. Obviously, we're missing those. That's unfortunate. This one. I think that's it, though. We only need one more! Oh! Nope. Incorrect. Okay, that's a fight. That's not even...
About that looks like some sort of confrontation. Certainly.
Okay. The boss didn't forbid us from telling anyone. Jasmine and I were the hosts? He's working with her? I remember him talking about Jasmine, but I thought we were like saying like, oh, he got memories mixed up. Hello, John Smith. Welcome. Affirmative. I'll kick their butts.
You got it.
You parasites? Dang. Just because you're a bird doesn't mean you can talk to us. Like, oh my god, wait a minute, what am I doing? Same thing. Reflect back at them. Punching. Umbrella. I can't hear you. I thought I clicked it.
Bird yell, Saba. Bird yell is earmuffs. That's reflect. Laser gun is reflect.
This is the flag.
That's reflect again. Saba's not fast enough to play this game.
I'm not fast enough, okay?
You
but
what?
I won somehow.
Alright, cool. Call it.
The blonde and the pink-haired one is cute. Assigned surface level. Okay,
Patio?
let me tell you right now, Patio may be pretty, but she's my least favorite character.
Patio is awesome. Patio's great.
Patio's a bully.
Patio's awesome. Patio would take your lunch money, and then John Smith would be like, "Thank you, ma'am."
Which one is Patio's the one that you're? Wait, which one? The blonde and the pink. Okay, the blonde-haired one is Patio. This is Jasmine.
Yeah.
Patio's annoying. Jasmine's fine.
Saba says about literally one of the antagonists of the game, and then Patio.
Oh, Patio's reasoning. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, she's put on this whole memento blah blah blah.
I don't
but
know. I don't
with.
really know if it's appropriate to say, but I think Patio's just kind of a brat. Because she's just
and
like
sure,
because
she
does bully.
Yeah, she's mad.
She does bully people a little bit, but most of the time she's just kind of I don't know. She's just very headstrong.
She's overly confident, but has like actual self-esteem to back it up.
I don't understand how the types of characters that you and I dislike because like I hated Iris from The Great Ace Attorney, but yet you loved Iris. I love Patio, yet you hate Patio.
I don't like Patio, yeah.
Someone say correction.
Law.
Hello, John Smith. What's with all the fucking icons next to people's names? What was Mike's? Mike's is Raging Wolf Helm, and then John Smith is Destiny 2, the Final Shape Raid Race.
I have no idea what...
Is the Final Shape the last DLC? Is that the last DLC for Destiny 2?
Oh my god!
Well... This feels
So what, you took my cans?
Oh my god, he's gonna take a whack at him.
Yes! Yes! Take him out.
Eat him.
Ooh, Wraith!
Yes! Why isn't... Wait, hold on. Why isn't that guy transforming? Is it because... Oh, there you go. Okay.
He was the leader, so he was able to
resist it for a little bit. He was just brave enough to survive one, and then a second one jumped out. He's like, oh!
I do like the thing John Smith of mods, sandpaper his balls. Get him out of here.
Ow.
Hit him where it hurts.
So is she a good guy or a bad guy? Because I feel like she is one of the people. Yeah, I feel like she's one of the people that conspired
I
against.
think she's just trying to. She's just trying like to follow the rules, I guess. Which.
So do you think that she has any like
person has crush on this person? This person doesn't like this person that much, I guess. But this person likes this person.
Okay. Where's the CSS?
Wow, to have stoneworms really be like the ultimate weakness of those birds is really funny.
That seems like a huge weakness. If only there wasn't like an entire ecosystem just filled to bursting with stoneworms. You know?
That's why they don't go down there. By the way, this cannon looks evil.
Yeah, of course. Yay! So there was nothing to even do in that scene. It was just essentially a cutscene. Well, that's not true. You did the minigame.
I did, which I won for some reason.
So this is it, right? That's the final scene?
That's it! We unlocked all of those. We're missing mementos, but I don't really know where to find those.
Once again, this game has literally 10 followers on Twitch, so there's not really a guide online.
This mine runner still. I mean, we could kind of maybe guess because we are definitely gonna finish pretty early, and even with like if you wanted to do mermaid, whatever. So maybe we can do like a little guess to see if we can find these. But and obviously,
I'm
if
okay
it takes
to
a
do
while,
like a little, like a once over.
Yeah, a little bit. It is very picky about the taste of food, and no one's cooking can impress it. Perhaps only the perfect canned food. I'm not gonna kid you. I have no idea.
maybe this would be back in that scene where Gorky or whatever his name is. What's the old man's name?
Maggie Goffman?
Yeah, Goffman. Maybe it's back when Goffman was trying to pick up his bags for the first time. Maybe there's a memento hidden in there.
Okay, so that would be...
Alternatively, it would be the place where all the chefs are cooking in the boilers, right?
But it said it's picky about eating, you know? So that's why it's
right,
a little...
and then it dropped the thing of if only there was a perfect canned food. So clearly it must be a scene
This
that
one?
has Goffman's canned food. Yeah, maybe this.
Okay, we're gonna look around. Luckily, we can skip everything.
No, it can't be this because you don't have a thing.
Yeah, oh, well, that's helpful. Challenge, name a popular character that's not in Fortnite. In anything?
What's to say there's an exorbitant number of popular
Phoenix
characters.
Wright. Is Phoenix Wright in Fortnite?
No.
Okay, thank God. I panicked for a second.
I mean,
okay,
I can think of possibly the most
chef?
famous fictional character in existence that's not in Fortnite. Jesus. I like dev apples.
Here. So it can't be her, right? So we have to talk to both of them, if I remember correctly. They do have Keanu Reeves. Zach, wrong answer.
You don't have. That is very funny. You don't have a. You don't have a hairdryer.
A hairdryer?
The dustbuster thing, whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay. Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Okay,
now
we
you
have
do.
this here.
Okay. So it could be here. So you're just looking for something that is suspiciously golden.
Suspiciously golden. Oh, wasn't there something where... something has to be this, right?
Yeah.
What is this? What is it though?
There's
I don't
no
think we ever
there's
saw
no
anything.
place where you can come. There's no place where you can come back here
That
either
was an
earlier or
unfortunate place
later.
to stop that sentence. I'm sorry.
There's no
I'm
place
just
for you to
telling right
come.
now.
But
How dare you?
you can't like come back here either earlier or later and see somebody setting that lock, right? Or unlocking it.
No, I don't think this was ever mentioned. I think the first time we saw this was here. The past, like
How many numbers do you need? Is it 4 or 3?
I think it's 4.
Can you find another shelf with 3x3 on it? Because I'm looking in this room. If you look in this room, there's like a block of cheese. No, not that one.
I don't think there's anything else over here because that's our kitchen.
Yeah. Another shelf.
This could be a second. Like, this may not have any followers, but like, I don't know. I would even attempt to just real quickly look up to see if they know what the freaking password is.
So if you look in this room, you can see that there's like some weird shelves set up like this. So it almost looks like that one would be 5 and then 4, 9. Oh, she's standing in front of another one. So it's 4. So try 4, 5, 4, 9.
Okay.
Damn
We
it.
are incorrect.
Try 9, 4.
Thank you, John Smith.
Try it
So
like
what?
backwards. Like try like 9, 4, 4, 5.
4, 5.
How's that? No? Okay. But you see what I'm getting
Does
at,
this-
though, right? It's the only indication
Of anything that could even give a remote hint. What the hell?
Yeah, well, like he clearly knows. That's the thing. Wait, can I rewrite it? I don't think that's possible because there's no.
There's no quest for getting that, so.
Find Kaufman's canned goods. Okay, no. It's interesting that I can go back to this though, you know. There has to be some, like the only, you know what, do you, okay. I don't know if you remember this, but the only other weird thing that I remember, I'm like, why does this exist? Do you remember, I think we were in the other part of the underground and there was a like cooler. I think it was here. Oh, this guy's in here.
Oh. Yeah, I have the
think we ever
code.
checked it. Oh, okay. That's great.
Go back to the thing.
Okay, real fast. Because he said to check this. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Back in time. I'm glad we could find it.
What does
I'm glad I don't
Lancy
have to
say
waste time.
specifically? Oh, great. Well, now you have to.
Oh, I'm lucky something.
No, you need to
Okay,
actually
just
pay
talk.
attention to what he's saying. Don't just vaguely remember it. Listen to what he says.
The password. Blah 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 blah. Okay, Lake, you can leave now. Thank you.
What does Lancy actually say? Yeah. Oh,
day I
yes.
start
It's
thriving.
my lucky day. The day I started thriving. So
Was it, I don't know, the day he became a good chef or something?
no. If you, I mean, we don't have, I mean, I would act, well, I mean, it's just annoying. Anyway, you don't have to do it. It's a date. It's 07/23. Apparently, it's the annual day of the carnival. Apparently, they mentioned it at some point,
okay.
and that's his lucky, yeah, that's his quote-unquote lucky day.
Ha, you dude. He wasn't here. Nice. It's a piece of bread, I wonder? Okay, we can leave here now. Okay, that's the first one. This is for Braith, I think. Zach.
What? You want me to read?
Yeah, you read all of them! You have to!
Day and night, thin gruel and hard bread, and a mother who was always surrounded by the choking smell of smoke. These were Lake's earliest memories. Yeah, Saba?
Sorry, I had to make you a little louder.
But she was not
my
alone or afraid. She had a completely different world inside her head. This world was so vibrant she would forget time once she entered it. Of course, she loved her playmates, the butcher's son and the candy store owner's daughter. They played marbles and hopscotch, and Lake wanted to join them. But there were some doors she couldn't go through. A bastard, they spit at her. You don't have a father. Father. To Lake, her father was a vague shadow that only came knocking on the door in the evening when no one was around. Lake could not see his face with his long trench coat, high collar, and tall hat. That's interesting. Her mother smiled with delight, but the man left only a wad of money in a hurry and took off each time. Then he stopped showing up and was replaced by various men. They smoked, drank, shouted, and cursed in her mother's rented shed. Even though she was young, Lake knew they had a hard time. The man who seemed to be her father was gone forever. She quickly accepted the unusual events as if swallowing a dry and bitter fruit.
Okay. I think it's... The story aside, it just seems like, okay, that's, yeah.
It seems like those
time.
four are just Lake's story, specifically.
Yeah. But also, ironically, we didn't find the one we were looking for. We found a different one,
That's
so... So, okay, I guess let's look up some other stuff. It seems to want to build a nest with the girl's soft, fluffy hair if the girl would allow it.
I have no fucking idea what that would be.
I don't, I'm on the same. After the uninvited guest left, the one with no memory carefully put it back on the shelf.
After the uninvited guest left, the one with no memory put it back on the shelf. Wouldn't that be uninvited guest would be Patio, right? So wouldn't this be
Moses?
That's very impressive. We can...
What?
After the end, wouldn't it be us going to...
Maybe to... Well, this seems like afterwards, right?
Yeah, hold on, because we got here.
Do you have a neuralizer here?
I think so. We got his somewhat late.
Yeah, you have... Okay, so you have a neuralizer. So I guess go into his secret lair and see if you can suck anything up.
But I wonder if this will take us into, like, the cutscene, you know?
Well, I mean, it said put it up back on the shelf.
Ah!
There you go. I'm a genius.
Did we never come in here in the end?
No.
Guess not. We would have seen this man.
He didn't even
Well,
try to
I'm
hide his
glad-
eyes.
I'm glad that was incredibly fast. Okay? Nice one.
Since then, Jasmine lost hope and started changing the flowers every day. The glassware, originally clean and flawless, was covered with a thick layer of dust. For weeks, she wore the same gray linen dress and even burnt the bread several times. In the face of her father's concern, Jasmine was silent, seemingly still immersed in the devastation caused by the letter. While Jasmine grieved over the sudden end of her relationship, Professor Lovegood encountered one of the most serious crises of his teaching career. A group of officials from the supervisory board waltzed into the university and began to audit the quality of teaching. Not surprisingly, there wasn't a transparent criteria for the audit, and the results were issued out of the blue without any legal process. Professor Lovegood and several of his colleagues were ordered to stop all teaching activities, while the university only suggested that they should leave as soon as possible. Some remaining faculty members were silent, while others stood up for them without achieving substantial results. Professor Lovegood knew the reason for this and what the persecuted faculty members had in common. They had a lineage that was not officially recognized. In desperation, the professor had to resign and move to the country with Jasmine.
Yikes.
Or countryside with Jasmine. So it seems like in this alternate world, they also had like a Third Reich situation. Kinda.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You can find it on every card game table. Are video games all the rage now? That's even better. Well, the only place I remember the video game was... If you remember Braith and we did all that stuff.
I mean, I guess so.
Okay, well, we can go take a look there real fast. By the way, the memory extracted couldn't be... That's not... Yeah, because we just did that. Okay, so
it would be in the
be
memory factory, though. Like, that would be... I don't know.
Okay, let's get on up there. I feel like we would have seen this though, right? So that's the video game. Video games, because the only other card thing I saw was, you know, when they were playing cards before. Okay, I needed to try. Okay, well, if that's not obviously here, I'm a little, like, you know, I don't know where it would be. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed in there. Well, I think this is it. It's the only place that I can think of here.
I mean, they also said card table, so you could also just go to places where they have cards instead of video games.
So the card table...
The card table, there's the one where they're actively using it, but it's also, there's a card table earlier that day that they're not standing at, so maybe that one, I guess? I don't know.
It has to be that one, right? Because we're not allowed
once again,
back
I
there
feel like...
either.
Yeah, I don't know. Give it a try.
I like that even the... Oh. I guess I didn't pick up... I swear he was wearing the other one, but... Okay. Ilpheus, let's... Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I don't know why I went there. So this is the card table, right? Hmm. Yeah, nothing here, and over there I get sucked into that.
Like, are you sure
They did
that there's
a
not
decent job
Are
hiding
you sure that
these.
there's not a different period of time where you can come back to that table?
Maybe as Lancey, because I just recalled there was a memento, I think, in the memento machine there. So it'd have to be. Good try. This is the carnival.
You don't have a neuralizer. But there's
yeah.
there's no reason
That's
to
also,
be here
yeah,
at all.
yeah. Okay, well. I don't know. I feel like I'm hitting a bit of a dead end here. Did they play cards when they went down here?
I think so. I mean, I just don't remember, I guess.
So I have the. See, because the thing is, like, there's no video game, you know? Because that was the other part of the clue. Yeah, there don't appear to be cards. It appears that this is just a drinking fest. Well, I mean, if we can't think of it,
yeah, I don't know. I just can't think.
these may be. Like, I don't remember. Like, this seems to be lake, right? Clearly.
I mean, it's literally in the lake section, so yeah, but
it's like I don't remember any time a bird's ever wanted to take her hair.
I don't think it's a bird. I think it's like a bow or like a headband or something.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think I'm okay kind of just missing these.
Yeah.
We want to move on now. Well, we found like 2, which is fun.
Let's say, not bad.
Ooh. They're leaving?
That looks like they're leaving. That looks like a combination of the thing plus Patio's plane.
Okay. Now the other kids are like, yes, I can finally get on. Bow, 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 bow. What's wrong? Huh. Oh man. Oh yeah, because it okay. Oh, yikes. Poor dude.
Oh, she did thank him though.
Okay, so it's just which of these 3 scenes do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's just do them in order, I guess.
Look at her
Look at her.
icon.
She's looking a bit sassy. Oh my god!
Yo.
The doggos.
What?
I'm sorry. What's happening here? Oh my gosh, it's Moses. Well, yeah, we have to.
Are they listening?
She's like,
Are they listening
Yeah.
because because this is just a fucking romance drama?
okay. Okay, just a lot of rare drip fruit. Freezer? Okay. For the Babel promo. And that's the thing at the start of the game. Okay.
Don't you look down on me? He's gonna blow into it. It's gonna go crazy.
He has no idea. Desmond? Yeah, and we don't have anything, at least at the end here, so there's no hidden mementos here. I'm glad to keep an eye on it. Thank you. We're going. I mean, hold on. Let's talk to these boys. Going out of the... I like it. That's funny. How long ago was that? Oh. Never underestimate a human mother. Do you like the thing Patio's holding in her hand?
It's very silly.
Okay. Oh. Don't let Lake get away. I'm tone deaf anyway. I don't want to leave. I still have this.
That is very
What?
suspicious.
Okay, you know me. I'm looking around now.
Who are you?
I am now looking around. Hey,
Okay,
look,
looking
there's the...
around. It's the guy.
It is Goffman. Okay, I don't think I can leave any further than this. So if there's nothing here, nothing here, but let's talk to... Okay, so now he's not being rude. Yikes, that's a... So are we asking, what do we... If she wants to go or if she wants to stay, I guess? I think there's only a few people I can talk to, so...
You talk
I
to
need
that
to do
sign
that.
too.
The sign. Let's talk to the sign. Okay, well, I think that's it. She's like, I know we've been dead this entire time. Okay, are they like, we can take Lake? He was so close to being like, yes, I am dead. Should I just
Okay,
read
well,
it?
that's a fucked up thing to say. Time to say goodbye.
Okay. Ooh, you. Oh, you think it's also why? Because she's wearing green on her head. Okay. Okay, what's gonna happen? Take what? Okay, so... But she's like, I technically already died. Like, these two are the only people alive. Dang, I can't believe it. After all this time, she's like, yeah, Lake can go. Though we still haven't told the truth fully to Lake. Didn't we say, like, Lake has a...
Hey, look, a deck of cards.
I know!
Talk to
Let me talk to... Hold on.
Lake.
Oh. I'm in the policy of honesty.
Honesty is the best policy, yes.
Yeah. Heartbreak. Can make the strangest excuses. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of figured she would react negatively. Well, if you're never gonna talk to me again, you should get on that plane.
That is true. That is actually the correct answer.
Okay. Now can she jump in here? Okay. It's a miracle for her to be saved. Oh my god.
Okay, well, you know where to go.
He's disappeared. His secret base? Oh yeah, the place we went to. Make a deal with them. Talking mutant Tripper? Oh, come on!
Oh my god, he's practicing his apology so that way he can try to get into their good graces again. You idiot, Lancy!
Why? She's just okay. Your story could make you. How about you do me a favor? That's what he's saying.
Is she gonna ask Lancy to kill her?
That is a crazy thing to ask. It's tough. Oh man, because it's like she doesn't fully understand. Like obviously, I still think like truth, like we said, is the best policy, but I don't know if she understands. I wonder if he's like drunk, and that's why he's like, yeah. I mean, you did try to kill us actively. Aww. But it's like, I mean, obviously she's too young to really understand to like make a choice. But then at the same time, we just came in and we're like, well, too bad. You're getting on.
I guess I just find myself a little befuddled by like.
So what was Jasmine's plan for the past however many years? Because clearly she wanted to
plan.
Well, she wanted to make something
daughter.
to get off of the Babel, right? But
yeah, to get to her daughter specifically. To see if her daughter was okay.
Charlotte, right?
Charlotte, yeah. So after hearing from Braith that Charlotte was okay, I think that was because I think that was the entire point of her going. She's like, okay, I don't need to go anymore.
Okay, I guess, but I mean, I don't know.
It is a big. I will say, like the dedication she gave to accomplish that mission,
and then she just kind of let go because some random guy. Like, how does she have? Like, does she even have any proof that Braith knew who Charlotte was?
Yeah, I mean the letter. I think the letter.
Oh, I guess
and
the letter.
The ribbon,
that is true.
The ribbon on her hair.
Yeah.
So. We had proof. I mean, technically, no one knows how Charlotte is doing in the continent. We're just kind of like saying she got there.
Given how she was doing in the old continent, she's probably dead.
But they would have got passed through here, and you'd think with how long Jasmine's
I don't
been,
think
like,
I don't think
sentient.
every person goes through the Babel. I think the Babel just picks up as many lost souls as it can and harvests them for drip fruit.
And then send them back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and reincarnate.
reincarnated.
Yeah. I don't know if they are like there forever.
I hope you made the right choice. Well, I don't know. I didn't really make any choice, I guess, in that regard. I mean, from a technical standpoint, the only two people alive leaving makes sense, but...
I mean, sure, but I guess I'm just confused by, like, okay, well, what's preventing you from doing this again in the future? Like, the limiting factor of this was just getting enough rare drip fruit to fuel this plane,
I mean,
right?
they technically could, right? But I don't know, by the time it would take to get back, I don't know, maybe it's so much time that maybe, like... Lake at least will be older, but maybe like Charlotte's gone and stuff like that. What if this doesn't work? That's funny. That'd be really funny. Like, oh, it didn't work. Aries 2. Yeah. Also, being the only survivor of, like, a ginormous ship, that's pretty traumatizing.
I mean, also literally not true. There was 2 survivors. They're both in this fucked up plane right now.
Well, no, Lake was never on the ship, though. Lake came on her flight after. She was like, oh, I was hearing stuff about my father being on the ship, and I want to go find him. So Lake was not on the ship. No, sorry. Patio flew after. Lake was the only survivor
Patio,
on the
I thought,
the
well,
rotor.
maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but I thought Patio said that she was on the ship. Her dad told her, hey, take off.
No. She went to find the ship to find her father. She was never on the ship.
Okay, say so.
Adventure notes. Okay. Oh, was that her adventure notes?
Oh my god, her adventure notes were the Guidebook of Babel.
So this is technically, the
cheeky.
end. Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh, and this is what she drew. Family my. Instead of my family. Okay.
Rick the Alchemist. All right.
Vermouth.
Vermouth Z. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I liked this game. This game was neat.
Yeah, I think it was a solid. It was pretty good.
It had a lot of ideas, and it had a vibe that was very unique. Because once again, I said it early, and I felt like it was pretty consistent throughout, where this definitely has a Studio Ghibli vibe in terms of just like really weird setting, but it does have logical consistency within itself, right?
Yeah, like clearly there's like a whole established world and rules and everything like that.
Right, and upon first blush, it seems crazy, but then like as you are exposed to it more, it's like, oh, I understand, X, Y, and Z, and it makes sense eventually. But but yeah, I don't know, because like I don't really know, like could this game have been better? I don't think so. I think for what the game was trying to do, I think this game is like almost as good as it could have been.
I think it's very, I would probably agree, self-contained within itself. Oh, There's
Well,
them.
oh my god, and the
Before-
band members are there. Well, there you go. Guidebook of Babel.
I like that the Willie's here. And yeah, I mean, there's only so far, I think, like gameplay or
And wait, that
expansive the
picture
game
was
can get,
just
and it's
that
in-
picture was Patio hugging her dad, right?
Yeah, it may have been though, because I swear to you, I don't think she got on the plane.
I'm
It may be
pretty
because-
sure
or
she
got
took
on the
off
boat.
from the cruise ship, because I think that was one of the in that intro
don't
where
think
she's like
so.
flying through the storm, there was some I could have swore there was a thing where like her dad Goffman said, hey, there's a storm out there, I want you to investigate it, or something crazy like that. Because I remember in like episode 1 of our playthrough, I was like, what? Why on earth would you tell somebody to fly into a storm? You know?
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
We
it doesn't
can,
matter ultimately.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
The part that matters is the
No.
fact that her and Lake were the only ones that didn't die. That's ultimately what matters.
Yeah. And it's interesting they gave us a picture of before they got on the Queen of Roses.
Yeah.
I was like, am I gonna see like Lake meet up with Charlotte or something like that?
No.
Which I was honestly expecting that.
As far as you know, they don't even make it through the storm.
Yeah, there's not much concrete, and that's why I was like, yeah, why'd they give us a photo before the boat, not after they get off? Well, maybe they just die and come back again.
I guess
imagine Zach, they just die in the monsoon, and then they just end right back
and they
up
just
on
end
the
right
Babel,
back
and they're like, I'm
up
back.
getting sucked up by the Babel. I mean, I guess so. But like the
pretty
thing
funny.
that I guess you don't really need to explain it because it's fine ultimately. But like they never really explain because okay, so the idea is that the Guidebook of Babel was Patio's adventuring notes, right? Okay, we get that. That makes sense. That's, you know, she was talking with everybody, so that's how she had the details about all the different events and whatnot. But how did the book have the ability to like rewrite stuff? Like Patio's not
it could
magic.
just be the narrator, right? I don't know if like the narrator's like a weird separate entity.
But the implication, because remember the icon that showed up whenever the narrator was talking was a quill and inkwell. So my interpretation was that was essentially Patio talking to you.
Well, no, if you recall, that inkwell existed before we got the book.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because the intro / outro, like technically it's the last thing that happens chronologically, but the thing where they're recording the promo for the Babel that exists outside the book. Like you can't go back and do that scene again. So yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it once again, it doesn't ultimately really matter. It's just like it's just a little weird. It's like once again, it's just like it's a magical artifact for the sake of being like a magical artifact, and that's fine. I think that's okay.
Well, okay.
I would probably I don't know. I feel so conflicted because is that the letter?
Oh.
Dear Pat, how are you? I waited for a few days before writing you this. Hopefully you've landed safely. How is Lake? If anything happens, please take good care of her. Don't worry about me. I'm as good as can be and just enjoyed a big celebration. So this is Moses sending postcards? Okay.
No, I think that was Goffman.
Did it
who was
say
sending-
Goffman?
I didn't think it didn't say anyone.
That's what
it sounded like Goffman talking to Patio.
Okay. Even the Stoneworms know that Captain Moses is back and everyone is cheering for him. Sylvia probably already thought of a way to deal with the Alliance's questioning. It's not something for a human like me to worry about. I can only wish them the best of luck. Okay. After the anniversary event, the two hurried to the junkyard to host a slightly smaller gathering. Moses announced that the reopening of the Memento Museum, and Jasmine naturally became the new curator. That's fair. She claimed she would work with Moses to make the Babel a paradise for all. Neither the local crew, fish, humans, since Saba refuses to move her goddamn mouse.
Oh. I was like, fish.
Neither the local crew nor the humans from the ground would have to fear death, the sapiens virus, or anything else in the future. Okay. Oh, that's the same one. Wait, why 3 of you must have right clicked or something.
I think I must have just I didn't realize.
Among our human friends, that brave kid was the first to hitch a ride on the cloud cannon. Guess what? He threw up when the cannon went up. Thomas calmly told me it was purely psychological. We had long since ceased to have stomachs. Braith seems to have sent a letter to Lake, but I haven't asked about the content. If Lake is still with you, you can ask her about it. So, mail is just like an easy thing to do now between the Babel and the ground?
It's the dream, right?
Huh?
Right? They see these things in dreams. Isn't that like the dream
Oh, I
mail?
think you're right. I believe you're right. Yes.
What fish?
By the way, remember Lancey, who ran away from you? This guy popped up again and came to ask me for cooking tips. He seems to have switched sides. Moses graciously let him join the plan to improve the service of the Babel, and Sylvia gave him a crazy task to work out 100 modern and economical dishes. He won't be able to step outside the giant boiler for a while.
Crib.
As for me, after posting this letter, I'm going to receive the memory extraction surgery. Got to forget everything about this life. That's not negotiable. I asked if I could be sent close to you guys, but Javera simply refused. They clearly had the technology, and it's a real bummer.
Yikes.
It's probably a little too late to say it, but Patty, I'm sad to leave you and your mother. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of our canned food in the new place. With love, Maggie Goffman.
So Maggie sent all of that. Okay.
Weird that you can...
That's the end.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough, I guess. So once again, we don't actually know the status of Patio and what's her face. We just know yeah, that's the end.
Them leaving.
Alright, that's all of that.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. I find myself very conflicted about whether or not this game is simultaneously gorgeous and also like a little weird. I think it's mostly just the animations though that kind of weird me out. It's a lot of that classic thing that I was describing of like sliding sprites for movement and whatnot. Is there anyone else in this that we recognize? I don't think so.
This guy, I think.
I don't think so.
If I remember the characters, but
I don't.
Obviously, we have the iconic people, but I think that's all that matters. He's so
old.
Annoyed. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess that's that. So that was about an hour and a half. So if we pivot now, we can pivot to Mermaid Mask, I guess.
Yes.
That was a good game.
Okay.
I'm glad we played that. It might not have been perfect, but I'm really glad we played it.
Perfect timing. Okay, let's switch gears, and I'm gonna pick up a phone call, Frank.
Lovely. All right, so let's do emergency overlay. There you go. Okay. I want to. There we go.
Okay. Now I have to go to yours.
Okay.
Mm,
Let's see.
okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I'm gonna say
Boom,
goodbye
boom.
to end this stream.
You gonna turn it off and turn it back on?
No. I'm just gonna separate it via some stuff, but goodbye for this stream. For the game, sorry.
This. Why is this like this?
I have a couple of stuff I need to change.
I think I'm all set.
I'm gonna have to turn that back on.
Change this to some sort of blue. Huzzah! Well, actually, I kind of want it to be. There you go. Just make it a disgusting cyan. That's great.
Okay,
Green.
and I found my my new song.
There we go. There we go. All right. Boom.
Okay, I
You
need to...
you connect whenever you're ready, I guess.
What is it called again?
It is
it's called
the
Mermaid Mask?
Mermaid Mask. Because once again, there's no franchise name, I guess. It's just the Mermaid Mask.
Demo.
Yeah.
And I am assuming this has to. I have to just do demos.
No, there's
For
there's
this?
a thing.
Is there a thing for it?
Yeah, it's just called the
Ooh.
Mermaid Mask. You'll recognize. I think it apparently has 4 followers. So. Right. This. Oh, this one's straight up doesn't
Okay,
even have.
I did click connect. Oh, I can.
Beautiful.
I think I can keep my same outfit because we're still doing.
Okay. You need mouse. I don't know if you need keyboard, but I know you need mouse. Okay. Wiggle it a bit. Let me see if you can. Let me see if you're in. It seems good to me. Right? Can you hear it?
There is sound coming through on my end, so presumably, yeah.
Yes, that means we're done. Cool. All right. So I believe I updated everything. Let me double check.
Let me
Mermaid
double-check
Mask
as well.
demo. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello. I never left. I never turned off my stream. I just did a live switch. So we're here for the Mermaid Mask demo.
Yes.
It should be fine. So the idea is obviously this is the demo for the full game, which should hypothetically be coming out within the next year or so, which is very exciting. But once again, I don't know if we're necessarily going to be starting Lorelei and the Laser Eyes next Sunday. I guess I'll play it by ear, just depending on like what I really feel like I want to do. Because once again, I kind of feel like I want to do a little bit of 13 Sentinels and then take a break by doing Lorelei and then come back to it, right? But for right now, Mermaid Mask should be on the list of like on the radar stuff, because the moment that the Mermaid Mask like officially releases, we are immediately playing that shit. I'm so excited.
Very excited.
So feel free to start new game, and then you should be able to, yeah, you can just create a new file. It is not long. We're probably going to be ending stream a little early today, in fact.
Very nice.
The Stone Top Inn.
Fishing trips on board the dearest Selena. I'm guessing that's the name of the ship. Inquire with Felicia Stonetop at the bar, or with Sylvia Seafoam at the harbor. It's the case file, the reason we're here. It was left for us right here on the bar.
Look at that, Saba. 3D object.
Wow.
And look, so you can interact. So you can open the book.
And close the book.
A single handwritten letter and 2 photographs. For Detective Grimoire. Murder victim, Captain Magnus Mortuga, age 39.
Mortuga.
Location, Illusion Theater in the Mortuga submarine. Mortuga had locked himself in the room. It was later forced open and the body was discovered. Mortuga was alone, laying on his back with a single cut across his throat. No bladed weapon of any kind was found in the room.
The skull from the intro looks like him with his hair.
Kinda. The Illusion Theater is mostly empty, save for an ancient stone cauldron with a thick metal lid. The purpose of this cauldron is unknown. However, I am informed that it was never been unlocked, or it has never been unlocked before. It is now unlocked. It is now open. Signed, Captain Seafoam, captain of the Mortuga submarine.
Captain Seafoam. Okay.
Captain Seafoam. As far as I know, that's who hired us, and who left the case file here in the inn. But where are they now? Where is anyone? Sally, what do you think?
She is what we call asleep.
She's actively just asleep.
Great contribution. It's a painting of a sea serpent.
Does that look familiar to you at all?
Is it a serpent if it has legs? What do you think, Sally?
If it doesn't have eyes, yeah.
Ah, thanks for clearing that up.
Because I remember
It's some book
no-eyed
Sally's been
creature.
reading. She insisted that we bring it with us, although I'm not sure why.
The book is called The Hex of the Helmsman, a paperback novel
Whoa.
belonging to Sally. It looks to be a nautical fantasy adventure.
Christian Kale Publishing.
Something terrible awaits you in the depths. Will you face it? There's a
Oh, wait,
photograph
hold
of a
on. Is there
well-dressed
anything on the
man
side?
on the inside cover. Look at that man's...
I'm looking at that man's. Hold on, I wanted to see this side if there's anything cool. J.D.
Werman?
Rinman?
It's Werman,
Yeah.
I think. It's a R? Yeah, Werman.
JJ is already
You can't read that. You are clearly not
Place
supposed to read that.
is the of something.
Stop
his
causing
mastery
trouble.
even
Stop causing problems.
What are you talking about? You
Just
can't vaguely
read.
make it readable.
You can
and
read
then
the thing,
not read
motherfucker.
it.
There's a button that says read. Something terrible awaits you in the depths. Will you face it? He sees it in his dreams. He sees it when he closes his eyes. He cannot escape it. But what is it? Renowned helmsman Marcus Mordoom is a man with a singular purpose. He will not rest until he uncovers the truth of what's really hiding beneath the waves.
I saw this and my brain instantly went Mordman.
Marcus
Okay.
Boardman.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
I like
They
more
said
Doom, but yes.
and I was more Doom's also pretty cool.
With his debut. Oh, look at that! Can you imagine that they give you a way to actually fucking read it instead of being a psychotic
Hey.
bitch? Anyway,
I wanted to read it here.
with his debut novel, author J.D.
Yeah.
Werman is already carving out a place for himself in the annals of history. His mastery over the typewriter shines through in every beautifully crafted sentence. The only question is this: how can he possibly follow this up? Kristen
That's right,
Kale,
Christian
publisher.
Kale.
The Hex of the Helmsman, J.D. Werman. For T.W. Ibis, for imparting upon me what it is to love the art of writing. Chapter 1, Lost at Sea. Marcus Mordoom tightened his grip on the wheel and started out across the bleak horizon. On
Scared
this
the
morning,
crap.
the familiar frigid air of the South Sea carried something more than salt spray as it whipped through his weathered face, or whipped around his weathered face. It did not whip through his weathered face; he'd be dead.
Shing!
On this morning, a familiar howling voice of the wind seemed to be in duet with a much grander voice, a voice that spoke in the language that Mordoom could not understand. Not yet. That's
There
it.
we go.
X of the Helmsman by J.D. Werman. Looks like Sally's read through it a couple of times already. I wonder what's so interesting about it. Barstools. The wood is rotting, so I've strategically chosen not to sit on them.
Ooh. I wonder
Does
if
that
this
look
crab
like
on the other
anything?
side-
Grab.
Well, technically, it should have had an
Just in
extra,
case anyone missed the overt nautical theming.
like, one here. But okay, I think
A
we've.
wooden carving of a fish skeleton. If the windows weren't boarded up, you'd be able to see it from outside. There's nothing written on the barrels. I'm sure they were once filled with some kind of wonderful, unsanctioned local ale.
Okay.
It's Sally. She's fast asleep. To be fair, it is 4 in the morning. I agreed to stay
Why
awake
are
and
you-
see if anyone shows up.
Okay. I was like, why are you
So
awake
far,
then?
nothing. I thought I heard something outside. Hello?
Ooh.
Oh my god, look at the guy! Ex-captain of the Mortuga submarine and the murder
sorry.
victim.
This arm looks way longer than this arm.
It's angled. It's
Like-
foreshortening, Saba.
I know. No, I know, but I understand it's even foreshortening. It still feels weird to look at it. Okay, I should be able to. Oh, there's light now.
Sally, wake up. We have to go.
Why?
Because there's an eerie green light trying to lure us outside.
Oh, that's a pretty good reason. I'll get up.
Wow.
The town of Silkworm on Sea.
Ooh.
Town square.
Silkworm on Sea. It's a ghost town.
A ghost town?
I just meant since, it's abandoned. But yeah, there might be ghosts.
A large
Yeah.
stone statue on top of a fountain.
It looks like a fisherman wrestling with some kind of dragon.
It says right here, the silkworm serpent.
It can't be a serpent. It has legs.
Right?
It's a billboard
So-
for a theater.
Just to confirm with you, the Silkworm Serpent is one of the 4 mystids or whatever. Mystids from
Was it the
book.
eyeless, like?
It's the eyeless
creature?
silver serpent, yeah.
Baroness
Yeah.
Fortuna presents Fortuna Hall. Performing tonight, Waylon Wolf.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah, we didn't come all this way to go to the theater. Also, the sign is several years old.
Another abandoned building. Mr. Grip's Emporium.
What do you think they sell?
Currently? Nothing.
Okay.
The Stone Top Inn.
Do you recognize the name
best inn
Stone
in
Top, by the way?
Silkworm on Sea.
Unless it was like the name of one of the older gen people.
Exactly
in the previous
one person from the last game was named Stone Top on the family tree. They married into the family.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I did not remember that, but that's
Yeah, that's why
cool.
that's why I brought it up.
And therefore the best.
Okay, well let's.
Stone
look at the
Top
obvious
was the
here.
name of the woman who married Felix's
have permission,
brother,
lighthouse
I
keeper?
think, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Then no. There's something in the water.
What is it?
I don't know. But whatever it is the source of the green light.
Excuse me?
Is that?
A submarine. I think I can see someone standing on the deck.
Maybe we should go take a look.
mean, I don't think we're boarding it per se, but... Ugh.
An old wooden boy.
Wrong.
Boy?
Buoy.
Boy? Boy? It's
Well,
not a
so
wooden boy.
apparently, depending on where you live, you do say boy.
Face.
But guess what? I'm from New England, where we say it correctly, which is buoy.
I also say buoy. Boy is interesting.
Wooden buoy is chained to the deck of the Mortuga submarine. There's a faint green glow in its eyes.
Okay.
It's kind of neat, right? Being able to move the evidence in 3D.
This is
Yeah.
where the green light was coming from. I noticed it started to fade as soon as we stepped onto the deck.
So it's a boy that doubles as a lighthouse?
Oh, it hurts
Yeah,
every
is it
single
right?
time he says it.
A lighthouse warns you to stay away. But this thing lured us in.
I mean, a lighthouse doesn't necessarily tell you to stay away. It's more or less just giving you a direction to land.
No, what? Saba, are you insane? No, you avoid lighthouses. Like, there's a reason why lighthouses go on like the edge of cliffs and stuff. You like the idea is that lighthouses mark giant like insmiths or whatever that would obliterate your ship. You don't go like you follow a lighthouse for a bit because that's where land is, and then you want to go left
So
or
my
right.
statement is still correct.
No, you're saying Saba, you just said where to
My
land.
statement was it tells you no, it says where there's land. Like
That's not what you said. You said where
literal
to land.
Ugh, whatever. Okay, it's not my fault you heard wrong.
It's not my fault that you're
Okay.
stupid.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, all my stupidity comes
Thinking,
from
what kind of dumbass thinks that you land where a fucking lighthouse is? It's fucking crazy.
Nobody, because that's what I didn't say that, but
You did.
okay.
You could be wrong.
I did
It's
not,
okay.
but nice for you to be in denial. I'm getting mutiny vibes.
It's the wrong way around.
What?
Take another look at the case file.
Yeah, because Mortuga
Okay.
was the name of like he was the former captain, and now Seaphone is the captain again.
An old Roman?
So it seems like it doubled back on itself, right? Because it
What?
seems like clearly Seafoam was printed on the side of the submarine, then Mortuga took over, and now Mortuga is no longer captain again.
Oh.
Or
Water's pretty cool
Those
here.
are some big puddles, considering it's only slightly raining.
Yes. However, 5
Thank
minutes
you,
ago,
airplane.
The foredeck was underwater.
Right.
crashing into Saba's house.
I'm currently shining a light at it.
Also, what the fuck? I didn't when I played this last time. What the fuck is happening with the sky?
It's dawn. Looks like the sun is trying to come out.
It's me.
I mean,
It's dawn.
we're not going to be around to see it.
Oh no. How come?
Because we're going inside the submarine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we could wait.
I think that's. Well, I mean, we
I
could.
think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. I think we're good.
Paula?
What's at the bottom of the ladder?
I can't see. It's pitch black.
Should we go back up?
Wait, I think there's a lever.
Pull the lever! Nice. Okay, well, let's look
I
at the
guess
fire
this
first.
is what lights up the room when you pull the switch.
I wonder what they burned to make it pink.
Now let's go to
I
the
think
obvious.
this door leads into the control room.
I want to go into the control room.
Her!
Her.
Well, you can't. It's locked.
You don't need to come in here.
I think if you
This-
click on it, you could just read it.
It's taped up
Okay.
on the other side of the door.
You don't.
So it's
need
taped
to
up on
go
the
in here.
inside of the control room,
So Captain Seafoam, I think, is on the
The
inside and did
crime
that.
scene is one floor
or
down,
definitely at least
back
has
of the
access,
submarine.
which makes sense because they are captain.
Captain Seafoam.
Thanks for the directions, I guess.
No, I'm sorry. If
The
you.
captain is hiding from us.
Yeah,
Why would they
like
do
if you
that?
close a place off, you gotta let us go in there.
Luckily, it's not pressing just quite yet.
I could
Like, we
catch-
don't necessarily need to get
We
into
end up
the
having
control
to stay
room
night.
at the moment, but I do
Sally,
get
We
it.
are not staying overnight
sorry.
on a murder submarine.
But I brought my toothbrush. Whoa.
Her.
What is that?
Look at this painting, Saba.
That's scary.
That's a cool-ass painting. A large painting of some unknown being. Oh, and look at that symbol on the back. Set into an ornate wooden frame. The brass plaque displays a single word, her. Unusually, it has been set directly onto the painting. Whereas you can see down below, I wanted to point this out, you see at the bottom of the painting, you can see where the plaque would normally go, and it's empty.
Oh, maybe this is blocking something.
Exactly. That was my thoughts exactly.
There's something weird about this painting.
What?
The smell. It smells weird.
Yeah, you're right. It smells like...
It's kind of earthy, damp.
Well, it's an old painting. Old things smell.
It's just weird because we're in a submarine, but it smells like soil.
So can I...
Bring a
Glass
little
of
bit of
wine.
land with you.
Ominously.
I mean, that's
left
true.
unfinished.
Maybe the wine was corked.
If it smells like soil, that's probably because of whatever ink it was used, right? Or whatever. Can you
Yeah,
hit
I mean,
the,
a lot of people can use a lot of
can
different
you hit the
materials.
map real quick? Does it show you... No, the map.
A map.
Sorry.
The
Can you hit
map.
the map real quick? Does it show you how big the... Okay, so look at how big this vessel is, right? Like, that's clearly like a large, weird looking submarine, right? Can you go back to the picture of her, the portrait of her? It's in your evidence. Yeah, so I think you made the exact same assumption that I did, which is that I think somebody moved that plaque to cover something. I think that plaque might literally just be covering the submarine. And I think that whatever the fucking silver serpent is, I think it's colossal.
Oh, I could believe that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you look at the painting right below where it says her, you can see where there's like a little bit of like shadow or whatever. So if you assume that the width of that shadow is the same width of the submarine, just the creature's face is bigger than the entire ship.
The candles are actually lit. Some of them, anyway.
I'm guessing this place hasn't booked its quarterly fire safety inspection.
There's a lot of carpet and nonsense.
What's in the frames?
They're just ocean landscapes.
Do you like the... How do they nail this into the wall?
Glue.
They just like tilted themselves like backwards slightly and then shoved it on with glue.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little bunch of Elmers. You could also click on the speakers. I don't think you did.
Oh, is with these speakers?
There's an old-fashioned speaker mounted on the wall. It's playing spooky music.
It's the kind of music you'd hear at a fancy party for vampires.
I hear it.
But the vampires are all wearing masks, and there's one guy who's secretly not a vampire, and...
Sally,
She reads too many books.
Straight up, I think that might be part of her character dynamic from in the game when it fully comes out. I think she has been reading too many fantasy
let's hit the crime
novels.
scene first.
So that's the control room. That's the one that's blocked off.
So
this is the only place you can
here because it's colored differently.
Correct.
It's a big metal statue of a serpent.
There's a cabinet built into it, but I think it's locked.
Let's look at it.
Rotate the 4 dials in the correct arrangement.
Oh.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. So are like these are attached to each other. Like I'm not moving stuff around. Like the 3 holds 3 separate things.
Yeah, each
of them have-
dial has one of each shape, I believe.
Okay, then I.
Do you understand what the
have
puzzle is
no
asking you to
clue.
do?
Nope.
Look at the numbers,
Not at all.
Saba.
So yeah, 3974.
Okay, and then what are you rotating?
Sides, the number of sides.
There you go.
Okay. So 5. Is there a square? Okay. That's 9. Only a triangle. Unless I can.
You
get
can
both.
yeah, so like that
Does
is
this
so
count?
that counts. Yeah.
Okay. And I need another triangle in here.
Made a little house.
And then this counts.
That's the one.
There
Good
you go.
job.
Yay!
The little cabinet opened.
Little cabin.
Anything in there?
Garlic.
Sun
Fantastic.
tablets, a brown glass bottle containing 3 varieties of tablets. There is nothing printed on the label, but someone has drawn a simple picture of a sun. And
Or is it garlic?
or garlic?
There's 3 separate pills.
Yes. A
Well,
proper tablet,
definitely
a
a good
pill, and then
idea.
some sort of just glob thing.
Good idea to take a vitamin D or sun tablet when you're underwater.
Sure, but my thing is that, like, if you look at that, it's like 3 different types of tablets, but then it's only labeled twice.
2 try. Yeah. So what's the third thing?
Right.
3 tables, arranged into a Z shape.
It's actually more like an S from this angle.
Oh, maybe they were trying to write my name, but they ran out of tables.
What?
She's definitely
I don't know if
gone
that's the
insane
case.
in between the
I'm
2
not
games.
going to pick it up.
No?
$10 says this turns out to be an important clue.
You're on.
3 tables, arranged.
Yeah, it's
Maybe a wooden chandelier. This looks like
Which
dead
they're
coral.
burning
Is
something
Coral
on.
ever alive?
Coral are marine animals, dude.
What?
What?
Fish lamp.
A timeless classic.
Hell yeah.
How many pufferfish lamps have you seen, Zach?
Pots and pans.
We saw one in the last game. It was in
Okay,
Felix.
sorry.
It was in
How many
Felix's
have you
room.
seen in real life?
That's not.
I do because I do.
That's
remember
irrelevant.
that. They should make more real life pufferfish lamps.
I feel like that might
That's what we should
decimate the
make.
pufferfish population, but you
No,
know.
not with real pufferfish.
Oh, okay.
Are these windows or lights?
Jack.
It's a good idea, since you never get
Oh.
any natural light down here.
Okay, there. I think that was probably about
Hey,
it.
it's a kitchen.
We didn't have one of those last time.
What?
Nothing.
So that's one of the. So before you move on, that was one of the things I wanted to mention. I think that that's a really clever like callback because yeah, Saba, we went through all of Tangle Tower. They didn't have a fucking kitchen or a bathroom in the entire house. And let me tell you, I only went back to Tangle Tower like years after like it wasn't as popular anymore. The community obviously fucking loved Tangle Tower, but they ripped into the devs, being like, "Really, guys? You have a
There's
house?
no bathroom.
You
People,
have a-
how do people live here?
You have a house that has what 8-9 people living in it, right? Or I guess 8 because Hawkshaw doesn't count. You have a house that lives 8 people, but yet there's not a single kitchen or de facto bathroom in the whole thing.
No, they essentially leave off the like their little island every single time just to go out for dinner and go take their showers and everything.
Right,
and then, they come
and
back.
then they just row right back, I guess. The Illusion Theater.
So, this is where Magnus Mortuga died. It's just like the case file said. He landed on his back with a cauldron at his feet.
He was killed by getting cut across the neck, right?
Yeah, you can see that's where the blood came from.
But there's no weapon, no knife or anything.
Nothing.
So before you move on, there's some interesting details I want to point out immediately that because I don't know if you had the same immediate gut reaction that I did. Person fell back and they had a slit in their throat, right? So my first reaction was like, oh, is it the same trick as the other game, right? Where it's like the implication
when they fell down and got
right,
slit
they
in
fell
throat?
down and then something slit their neck, right?
That seems
But
very-
they counter that quite expertly in this because you can see the blood trail actually extends from where he originally was cut and then he fell backwards. You can see the blood trail.
Yeah,
Right?
it's more like
So-
there was probably something in here.
Well, they said
Pinhole?
that if you look at where his feet was, he was in fact standing directly over the thing. And you're right, I also noticed that little hole. Because I don't know how tall this motherfucker is, but if he's tall enough, it makes sense.
Someone could blow dart through here
Right? Just like stick a big
and then still
spear.
retract it. Yeah.
Someone's taped a drawing to the wall.
I think it's supposed to be a poster.
Title here, Illusion Theater. A hand-drawn poster taped to a pipe on the wall in the Illusion Theater. Baroness Fortuna presents Lady of the Looking Glass. Unfathomable beyond anything I can imagine. Inconceivable, I don't know what to believe anymore. Book tickets. Fortuna Hall, Silkworm on Sea, Mondays through Saturdays. Starts at 8 p.m.
Did they just kind of base what they wanted to do on this?
It's either the thing
Like-
it's either this is the rough draft or it's either this is the rough draft of the main one, which is what you get when you flip it over, or you're correct and they were just trying to
What is
base
a
it on
new
the
rough
previous
draft?
one.
Yeah.
There's a wooden panel on the wall here.
Can you see anything through that little hole?
No, it's too dark.
There's a little broken bottle on the floor.
I'm guessing Mortuga dropped this when he died.
Now this one has a moon on it. Ooh.
Moon vial. A small glass bottle found smashed on the floor in the Illusion Theater. Some unknown purple liquid has spilled out. The bottle has a small paper label on which someone has drawn a simple picture of a moon. You can also spin it, I think. It doesn't really matter.
There's a cloth hanging up on the wall.
Are those footprints?
Sailcloth, a square of thick sailcloth found hanging on the wall of the Illusion Theater. Footprints have been marked in the center of a circular imprint. Someone has painted the words the stargazing girl on it. So, if you actually go back to that poster that we were just looking at, the like makeshift one, yeah, this one. So you can see that I think what it is I think the circular indent goes on top of the ancient stone cauldron. She stands on it, and then it drapes over the side, acting like a banner with her title on it.
Hmm.
I think that's the implication, I guess.
Someone's hung up a banner with the words Illusion Theater painted on it. What's the illusion, I wonder?
You know, I think this room's had some kind of rebranding.
Rebranding from what? What was it before?
Possibly nothing. A small room like this wouldn't normally have a name at all.
It's true. Do you want to? Well, I was gonna say you could check out the window, but that's fair.
Not quite what I was expecting.
Behold, a stone cauldron. An ancient-looking stone cauldron found in the Illusion Theater in front of Mortuga's body. The glittering interior of the cauldron is marked with several deep scratches. The exterior is spotted with algae and barnacles. However, these are absent on the inside of the cauldron and on the metal lid. So you can shut it too.
The case file said it
Cool.
had never been unlocked before.
This place gives me the creeps. That cauldron especially. I keep staring into it like I'm going to see something, but it really does seem to be empty.
To quote from the case file, Mortuga had locked himself in the room. It was later forced open, and the body was discovered.
so Mortuga was alone in a locked room. A very small locked room. There really isn't anywhere for a murderer to hide.
I'm not so sure. I think there is a hiding place.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to go to this immediately, you think?
I mean, you do have
Yeah.
to do this. What happened to
Okay.
Magnus Mortuga? A weapon, locked, killed, removed,
Killed.
killed Magnus Mortuga and killed the person inside, and hid something inside in order to frame somebody else, and was killed by what was inside. Because someone told him to,
That doesn't seem right.
and killed the person inside.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why this guy's here.
The cauldron, locked, replaced, unlocked, removed.
Like, I was gonna say like the locked cauldron, maybe because the cauldron didn't kill anyone, but this one's weird.
And killed the person inside.
Oh,
Magnus Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and killed the person inside.
that doesn't make any sense though, right?
Keep clicking. And hid something inside in order to frame somebody else, and was killed by what was inside.
Oh, and kill was kill. Okay.
Magnus
Right.
Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and was killed by what was inside.
I really don't think a person would fit in that cauldron.
Stop clicking!
Didn't you say it had never been unlocked before? If that's true, there couldn't have been anyone in there.
Right, I agree.
Man, if only John
I don't
Smith
think
was
it
here
was
to
a person.
simp for
But then what?
Sally.
I don't know. But you have to wonder why it was kept locked in the first place. I'm guessing there was something pretty bad in there.
Look, Mortuga died from a cut across his neck, not from some vague paranormal entity. Unless you're suggesting it was a vague paranormal entity with a knife?
Did you get a good look
Well,
at the inside
no,
of
but
the
there's
cauldron?
clearly scratches on the
Something
inside.
like
Yeah.
So this is something I wanted to point out, I guess, before we continue, because it's like there is a weird. I noticed the cauldron inside the cauldron. The thing I wanted to point out that I think is a little weird, I guess, is that in the original Detective Grimoire game, right, it's like you do prove at the very end, it's like very Scooby-Doo, right, like where the entire case is about proving that the murderer was not this like little frog amphibian creature, right? And then at the very end, the final bit of evidence that you need proves that the amphibian creature does exist but was not the murderer, right? And so it's like, wow, that's a crazy revelation that this weird like cryptid thing is real. And then in Tangled Tower, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, these mythids or whatever are super real. They do exist. So now we have a little bit of like a fucking Scully, which I think is intentional since her name is Sally. But now we have like a little bit of a Scully from X-Files situation where it's like, you actively know that mythids are real, right? Like not only that, but like the creature, the silkworm serpent or whatever, you know that it's the same creature from, you know, that was like written down in Tangled Tower. So her insistence on it being like, oh, do you think it's a paranormal entity? It's like, bitch, you know it is. What are you talking about? Like, you know that they're real.
Ugh.
The scratches. You
Can
should
I
be
not
able
move
to-
this?
Can you not move that? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
good.
already got it. The scratches.
The scratch marks.
So isn't
Forget
that a cool
it's
detail as well, by the way? Where it's like, not only can you like present the thing, but you can also now present specific parts of evidence.
Yeah.
And that's the demo.
There we go. Okay,
See?
the only thing I
Very
wasn't able
short.
to click was that window.
It's
So,
fine. I
but
think the
yeah.
window just says something along the lines of like, I can't tell if this looks to the outside or if it's another tank, I think was all it says.
Okay.
Because it's so dark and there's no fish.
I like the game, obviously.
Yeah, I think
so
the
that's all
demo
exciting.
does. I think the demo does. Oh, you're right. By the way, the skull does look like his head. That is interesting. I never noticed that. The clearly this demo is for people that were already interested in Tangle Tower, because even the demo for Tangle Tower back in the day had more content than this. I think you talk to 2 people, and then that's like the demo for Tangle Tower. Like there's more substantial like stuff from this, whereas this demo really seems to just kind of showcase like, hey, evidence is now in 3D, and we kind of streamlined some of the investigation process, which is cool. Like that is neat, right?
Yeah, it's like they're evolving, like, but they're not completely changing the game, which I think is definitely a good thing. Adding things instead of like
adding and change, because that's because the thing that this immediately kind of caught me was that when we eventually get around to Ace Attorney 5, which, you know, maybe not. In Ace Attorney 5, that's when they introduced 3D evidence, right? Because remember when we were doing Ace Attorney 1 and we had that case 5 where you could like rotate evidence and stuff? That was added much later in the Ace Attorney re-release, where they re-released Ace Attorney 1, 2, and 3, and they added Case 5 to Game 1 on the DS.
Okay.
So that's where that comes from. So Ace Attorney 4 was the last game that didn't have that. And so this game seems to take a page from their book, where in the last game, it was all just 2D evidence, but you still had to like notice details about it. Whereas now, there's definitely going to be something where it's like you're rotating something in a specific direction and it aligns, so that way you can see like some secret or something like that, you know?
Sometimes it's like, it's also not having like the tech available to them. Like maybe they just didn't figure out how.
I mean, they
to
probably just
include it
didn't have time. You're definitely right.
Yeah.
Like in Tangle Tower, it's like they had, because once again, you haven't played the original Detective Grimoire game, but moving from that to Tangle Tower must have been absolutely monumental in terms of like not only the tech to get from point A to point B, but like redoing the entire art style of the game and making it look as good as it did. Like that already would have been like near insurmountable. So the idea of like, we now have this base. Yeah.
It could have totally been the plan that they were like, this change is monumental, so we're not going to get to 3D, but we plan to get to
do it that in the follow-up,
Mermaid Mask,
which also is 4 years. Because that's the thing that I find really interesting, is that like in between so there was a game before the original Detective Grimoire. It was just called like Detective Grimoire or something like that, and it didn't have a subtitle. Then there was Detective Grimoire, The Secret of the Swamp or whatever, which was the one that's available on Steam. Then 4 years after that, it was Tangle Tower, and now it's been 4 years, which is why I'm confident that Mermaid Mask is going to be coming out soon, because it seems like they're on a 4-year dev cycle. I don't know. I really look forward to whatever this game ends up being. The thing that I am curious about, though, is clearly... well, not clearly, I guess, because that's unfair, but, like, they clearly seeded a little bit of their idea for this game in Tangle Tower, right? Because you think about all of the methods that they, like, showcased in that game. It was the ink-dip bird, which was relevant to the story. It was the golden beetle, which was also relevant to the story. It was the fucking soul crab, right? The weird, translucent, multi-armed crab thing, which wasn't important to the story per se, but you did get to see it a bunch. And then it was the silver serpent, which you had no details on whatsoever, right?
And that weird moth.
That is true. And then there was that weird moth, which they literally don't even have in the book. Right?
Yeah.
So it feels like they oops, sorry, someone's texting me. It feels like they very much set that up to, it feels like they established that to set up this game. Like they always had that plan. But even before this game is even out, now I'm like, well, now what? Are you going to keep introducing more methods, and then it's going to be
have this huge overarching narrative that they're actually doing. Like,
I mean, they
they're trying to lay
clearly
out the
do, because Detective Grimoire
Yeah.
and the Secret of the Swamp had narrative hooks that tied into Tangle Tower, and then this one clearly ties into Tangle Tower. It's the thing where it's like Tangle Tower appears to be like the narrative nexus, right? Because like if you think about it, where it's like the history of, how do I phrase this? The history of the family, right? Like the ancestors and whatnot from the Tangle Tower like mansion, or Mythid Mansion rather, which is what it used to be called. If you consider that to be the quote unquote primary storyline, the storyline that resulted in Secrets of the Swamp is just like a spin-off, and this also appears to be like a spin-off, right? It almost seems like they're now gonna kind of go and try to identify like what happened to all of these mythids, whether or not they intend to or
Could
not.
be like, what is it, S tier level move where they're like, okay, we have a story, but we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, and we haven't really set up everything. So let's make the first game
Like an
which will-
offshoot of the actual narrative that we want to tell. Then we're going to tell the actual narrative, and
Yeah, 'cause
now
now
we
we have
can
enough
now we
funding
feel
and
confident
all
to
this
move
stuff.
off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but I guess
Okay.
that's my thing, because once again, I'm really excited for this game whenever it does come out, but it does give me pause, because it's like, are they going to at some point in this game, are they going to introduce more mythids? Because we never saw any more, right? There wasn't like I could definitely see like some character in this game having like this was like this book that my mom passed down to me or whatever, and it's like an expanded compendium of more mythids or whatever. Because it's like, you think about the mythids, because once again, the ink-tipped bird, I guess the butterfly technically, and the golden beetle were all inherently relevant to Tangle Tower, and then you have the silver serpent and a giant fuck you crab, so I'm assuming both of those are going to be relevant to this, right? We like the silver serpent obviously is going to be relevant, and then I suspect that the crab is going to be relevant since this is the ocean, right? But then like, are you just going to be done, or are you going to take
I
this
don't know, it
opportunity
could
to introduce
be-
more?
I think maybe the opportunity, because why not? If you can expand to be like,
I would love for them
these
to
were the only
introduce more.
cryptids that you know, but now like other like that's like part one of your knowledge of cryptids, and now there's even more, because it's like technically, I mean, unless how big this serpent is, because they had a
Apparently, the
whole,
serpent is fucking colossal.
how many people were in the photo? 5?
5.
Okay.
It was the original
Is there
5.
5
Because
cryptids right
remember,
now?
you have to remember, any mythid that comes from whatever came from the lake surrounding Tangle Tower, right? And like,
yeah, so as I was saying, is there 5 mythids? Like one dedicated to each person?
Well, so
They
the
went out-
amphibian guy, so the amphibian thing, which was like the creature from the Secrets of the Swamp, was from, it was like Richardson or whatever their name was. That was the murder victim in Secrets of the Swamp. He was like just a glorified hunter who just wanted to hunt down the creature and have it as a trophy. But he was a member of that original crew. So I'm assuming that this one is probably going to star Felix's dad, because Felix's dad was a sailor, right? So I'm assuming that Felix's dad was the one who went to go hunt the silver serpent after it escaped from the lake. But there's other aspects, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, do you remember how, like, the lake... Remember how they described, like, oh, it's these big, sheer, white cliffs that no one can scale, and when you go to the bottom of the lake, it's perfectly smooth at the bottom, right?
Yeah, no,
And it's like, so clearly it appears as if it's some sort of, like, big orbular thing that, like, cracked, and then that's when like water and earth started getting in there and created like an actual ecology, right? What the fuck is up with that? Like, we don't know, and they never addressed it. So it could very well be a thing where it's like that might, like, they might establish like, oh, there's actually other locations across the planet that have this unique ecology that allow creatures to mutate into mythids. Because that was one of
could
the
be cool. They
things.
could expand it like that.
I would love that, right? Genuinely, because obviously it's like, you know, the golden beetle, like, it makes sense why that creature is important, because the economy of the situation is insane. But like, I really like how hypothetically, because they said the mermaid mask, so I'm assuming that's another mythid, right? Is the mermaid, quote unquote, whatever that is. But the fact that like that, I don't know, I'm just so in love with that portrait titled Her. And it's like, I'm 99% sure this creature is fucking enormous. Like I swear to God, there is absolutely going to be a scene in this where like we're wandering around, and without even realizing what it is, there's going to be like a giant eyeball looking in from a window, but we're not going to recognize that it's an eyeball because it's just perfectly still, you know? Like, I don't know.
So,
I just love the idea of that.
Essentially, we resolved the golden beetle. Like, the golden beetle's now free.
The golden beetle is just loose on the island. That's it.
So, but like, we've technically, I guess, air quotes, resolved the golden beetle's issue.
Kinda, because what's his face, Professor Pennyworth or whatever, Professor Percival, he's still alive on the island.
Yeah, but like Felix, not Felix, what's his face? Fitz, and
no, remember the very last shot was them. Oh no, you're talking about how Fitz said that he would keep his father away from, like, or not his
like
father. He would keep the professor away from it. Yeah.
Yeah, the little trio. I feel like
it was Poppy
are going to take action.
It was Poppy.
See, I can't remember.
Fifi, and Fitz. The three of them were like the intelligent children who survived, and they were like, yeah, we'll take care of the island, I guess. Which is also not what they wanted. Because remember, all three of them wanted off this fucking island, and now it's like, well, fuck. I guess we gotta keep it there.
Yeah, I guess they're like, there's something bigger and more important happening now, because I think they were so focused on like themselves and their own like family situation that now that there's like something outside of them that's happening, right, that they're like, okay, we're here, we have a purpose now besides just existing in torment.
Right. So I don't know, because that's like, cause I guess that's kind of my thing, right, where it's just like I don't fully comprehend where you go from here, I guess. Once again, I'm so excited for when the game actually comes out, because I'm just so enthralled by the idea of like, hey, here's an ecology that literally just produces cryptids. Like, given enough time, a new fucked up creature is gonna come out of this, and it's gonna be sick, right? Because like the one of the reasons I brought this up was that on the subreddit, when the mermaid mask demo first came out like a year ago or whatever, the community on the subreddit was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I remember seeing like a thing that was like, I wonder if they're ever gonna like try to do Bigfoot, right? Because that's obviously like one of the quintessential, like Bigfoot, Mothman, the goat, the Jersey Devil, right? Like these are like classic Americana cryptids. The Wendigo, right? Another one from North America. Mm-hmm. And it's like, are you just gonna not do those ones because those are too iconic? Or are they gonna do a thing where it's like, oh, the second game, well, we'll call it the second game. The second game was in the ocean, so now the third game is gonna be like in the mountains or something, right? Where it's just like different environment per game.
It could just be also using like a lesser popular like cryptids in real life as well.
Well, this one's
like
called the Mermaid Mask.
Well, yeah, I mean mermaid. Okay, I guess I don't think of mermaids.
You don't think of mermaids as cryptids, right? You think of them as mythological creatures, but that's straight. Yeah. But that's like what their point is, right? That's why they're called mythids, because it's like they're mythological cryptids.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that like it could be like they like took inspiration from really like cool, not niche per se, but like.
Well, I mean, they just created a bunch, right? They created a golden beetle, which is technically already a thing, right? Like we have beetles that look
Yeah.
gold, but they're not
But they just
literally
eat
made of
power.
gold, right? And then you have like a fucked up crab, which is just kind of its own thing, right? There's no mythological creature that's just a fucked up crab. You have a sea serpent, which is kind of, once again, that's just a mythological thing. And then you just have like a cool looking bird, right? It's just a cool bird.
I think so. So maybe they just took they took like the basis of like plain
I think they just took like a regular animal and were like, what if we made this cool?
Yeah.
Or cooler, I guess, in most cases. But like, I don't know, because like, yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I think I showed you those. There's like this project I've been following on r/world building, where it's this artist and her boyfriend who's like a writer. They're making a comic book series, and I'm so fucking excited for when it like officially comes out, because the core concept is that it's like there was a secret nuclear testing facility in like the mountains of New England or something like that. And it had a meltdown, but it didn't explode. It just leaked a bunch of radiation into like the groundwater. So very similar to Tangle Tower. Now this like giant area of like the New England countryside is slowly being irradiated over like decades and stuff. And so it's like all of the classic cryptids that you think of are actually just mutated regular animals, right? So like, for example, the Wendigo is obviously just a fucked up elk, right? That one's pretty obvious, right? But then it's like the Sasquatch is actually just a mutated bear, or, you know, so on and so forth. And they have like a big list, and they show like the evolutionary progression of like how a normal creature turned into this mythological cryptid or whatever. And I was like, dude, team up with the people that are making the Tangle Tower series, because that's exactly it's the same shit, and I'm down for it, man. I think that's awesome. So
I would agree. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there you go.
I'm excited.
Very short demo, so you can see why I was a little disappointed that we could fit this in at the end of the final episode of Tangle Tower.
Yeah.
Because it's like straight up, that was like 20 minutes, if that. So, but it is a demo, so it makes sense.
Well, we were able to do it now, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously I'm excited for this, but once again, just kind of circling back to the actual game that we were playing today, I'm really glad that we ended up playing Guidebook of Babel. I've been talking for a bit, and I guess I'll bring it up again. I've been talking for a bit about how I feel like, for whatever reason, the Chinese market is starting to really have a disproportionate effect on Steam reviews and stuff like that. Not out of malice, but just out of sheer numbers, right? Because once again, when you look at something on Steam and it says overwhelmingly positive, that is not just like, oh, you have this many positive reviews. It is also a factor of like, oh, you got this many positive reviews in a short period of time. But whatever algorithm Steam has was never calculated to handle like 1.2 million Chinese people just randomly being like, oh, this game's like kind of fun, right? Because genuinely, Guidebook of Babel was kind of fun. I like that a lot.
I would say it's mainly, or very, like, if I were to give it an accurate rating on Steam, I would say it's like either very positive or mainly positive.
I would say very positive. Is it overwhelmingly positive? Yeah. No, I think it needs a little bit more work aesthetically to be overwhelmingly positive, but it definitely deserves very positive.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, you're right. Maybe, as you said, it's been, the rating's been pushed a bit because of like whatever, like, and this feels new, because this is before even the Black Myth Wukong came out or anything like that. Like, this has been happening for almost like the better part of a year. And like I told you about it, where it's like I bought like 3 or 4 games that were all labeled as overwhelmingly positive. And once again, it's not that they're bad, but like I went to go check them out really briefly. Like, what was it? Murders on the Yangtze River, right? It was described as a like, oh, it's like Ace Attorney, but you actually have to do the investigation yourself. It's not just like a visual novel, right? And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And so I go and I play it, and I'm like, this is good.
but it's not overwhelmingly positive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like,
affecting
but there's nothing to really do, and it's not because like how do I phrase this? It's not that I want to filter out Chinese reviews. It's that I wish that there was a way where I could manually be like, okay, what percentage of these reviews are from China? So that way I can mentally kind of just lower it just slightly, because it's not that they're, because remember, you as a reviewer, you don't give it a score, you just say recommend or don't recommend, right? So it's not their fault that they're having a disproportionate effect, it's just how the system works, and that's just kind of a lack of adaptation on Steam's part, I guess.
Yeah, so that's understandable. Like, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for when things pop up like that in the future.
So yeah,
okay.
I guess we'll call that. That was great. Tomorrow is a federal holiday, so I'm not working, thank God. But yeah, I think we're all set. So on Saturday we'll be back with more Pokemon Coliseum. Hopefully Grant will actually be there for the first time in like a month. But that'll be fun. And then I don't know, once again, we'll play it by ear a little bit. Like, I'll probably ask you during stream on Saturday what your vote would be personally, because my inclination is to start 13 Sentinels and then take like a little break at some point, like once it gets a little tiresome, and then we take a break to do Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. But you know, I guess we'll play that by ear.
Yeah, I think I may be more in the headspace to play Lorelei and the Laser Eyes versus getting into 13 Sentinels. So we'll see. We can like talk about it.
I think that's fair. All right. Ciao, Saba. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.